Hello, my name is Trevor and I work at Findlay Cadillac, and today I'm going to be presenting to you the 2019 Cadillac CTS-V in Velocity Red. If you come on up front, first thing I'd like to show you is the power plant. The power plant of this vehicle is a 640 horsepower, 630 foot-pound-feet of torque, LT4 supercharged V8. This supercharged V8 is going to launch you from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and it has a top speed of 200 miles an hour. Inside this power plant casing, you can see the hood. Now your entire hood is going to be a carbon fiber inlay. This carbon fiber hood is going to also save weight for you. Along with the front splitter, it's also going to provide aerodynamics downforce, keeping this car to the ground at high speeds. Up front though, there's a little bit more technology besides just the power plant. Down here by the front splitter, you have some luxury conveniences. One is going to be, inside your grille, you also have front splitter cameras. When you're pulling up to a driveway or a curb, you have access to see that you're not going to damage your front splitter. In the front too, you also have distance meters to let you know you're not going to get any kind of close distances to any of the other vehicles, walls, or anything while you're parking. On the hood, you're going to also have air inlets to let out some of that hot air. And what's new to this kind of a car and kind of different is this car, since it does have a 640 horsepower V8 engine, it's going to put off a lot of heat. A lot of that heat needs to be dissipated, and it's going to be transferred to the rear axle because it's a performance car. One of the things different about this car is it actually has a horizontally mounted radiator under the vehicle that is dedicated just for your rear differential. And that is kind of a new technology in this level of vehicle. Usually exotic cars that cost upwards of $200,000, $300,000 are going to have that kind of technology. Now if we move to the side of the car, you can see you have your directional dynamic headlights. So when you turn, the headlights are going to turn with you. You also have your daytime running lights. These daytime running lights are going to help you become visible in the daytime and give you a nice aggressive stance at night. Onto the wheels, you do have 19-inch wheels, forged aluminum. You also have Pilot Sport Cup tires, which are great for the racetrack and for the road. And then you have 6-piston monoblock brake calipers up front and 4 pistons in the back. These brake calipers come from Brembo, which is one of the leading premier race teams for braking in America. Along the side, you do have your turn indicators. And these mirrors also are breakaway, so if you get too close to anything, they will break away, causing it not to damage or break off the vehicle. In the mirrors, you also have safety items too. You have blind spot monitoring, so if someone's on the other side of traffic you and you're trying to get in their lane, it's going to let you know that you can't do it quite yet if there's someone there. Now, one of the little details for the CTS-V that you won't find in most sports cars is they go above and beyond. If you look just simply at the glass here, this is a triple pane glass. What this is going to do is you have a pane of glass. In the center, you can see you have gel. That gel is soundproofing gel. So this car does put off a lot of noise and is very aggressive on the outside. If you want it to, because it does have a butterfly valve exhaust, on the inside, you're going to be nice, comfortable, and quiet. Another thing that's going to speak to the quiet is Cadillac's patented triple seal doors. What that triple seal is, you have a seal on the door here, you have a seal on the door here, and then you also have an extra seal blocking any kind of wind noise. And that is Cadillac's triple seal doors. On the door handles, you do have easy access lighting, and with the key in your pocket or in your purse, you can lock and unlock this vehicle simply by a touch of a button. Here for the gas cap, if I can get it, you have capless fueling. This capless fueling has 2 seals, which is going to help in a hot state like this with vapor lock. So you're going to have 2 seals. You don't really have to worry about too much vapor lock, and then you don't have to worry about a gas cap dangling hitting your paint job as well. Back here with the rear LED tail lights, you can see nice little details. It says Cadillac even in the brake lights. But with these nice LED tail lights, anyone's going to see you from a long distance. Also in the rear, helping with downforce, because this is a rear-wheel drive car, is you do have this nice carbon fiber rear spoiler. You also have a nice carbon fiber rear diffuser right here with a track-inspired backup light in the back. Now, this is a quad stainless steel exhaust system. What's unique about this exhaust system is it does have butterfly valves. What these valves do, they allow you to control the sound of this vehicle. So if you want it to sound nice and quiet through your neighborhood, you can. But if you want to push on the gas a little bit or ride around the track and have that nice sound going through it, you can kind of louden these things up when you open up these valves. Here in the back, you also have a nice spacious trunk. Since we're in the back here too, if you look, you have two sets of cameras. One set of cameras helps for your 360 to view as if you're backing up or parking, something like that. You also have your vision rear view mirror. Your vision rear view mirror is controlled by this camera when you want it to. It can be just a regular mirror, but you can also have it give you a 300 degree wider angle of view for traffic behind you at all times. It also does have a self-washer too, so if that camera does become dirty, it can clean itself for it. Moving along the side, here in the rear of the vehicle, you do have privacy shades. You even have a privacy curtain that automatically goes up and down for you if you're in drive or reverse. You can set it to that. And as you can see, you have your giant Bose soundbar. In the rear here too, you're surrounded by luxurious suede on the roof, the backs of the seats, and the ceilings. With the back seat comfort though, you also do get climate control and heated rear seats, all controllable by the passengers. And as you can see, you also are surrounded by Bose sound system, so you're never gonna have a limit of bass or music tones. If we go toward the front of the vehicle, I'm gonna get on in. One of the nice things about this trim is it's called carbon-tanium. So this carbon-tanium trim is a woven between carbon fiber and titanium inserts, giving a little bit of sportiness and elegance to that feel. Now inside of this vehicle, you do have the Recaro racing seats. And these racing seats are a little bit unique. So not do you just sit them and go up and down and back and forth. You also can control the seats to hug you more or less in what kind of environment you're in. And you can save these settings on the side of your door. You have multiple setting lists. Now with this vehicle on, here is an example of that vision rear view mirror. And you can just turn it into a standard mirror if you would like, or you can have the 300 degree wider angle of view. If you look in here too, you have the panoramic sunroof giving you all the sun you need. It's nice in the city environment too if you're trying to show your friends around Vegas area and you don't want them breaking their necks looking out their window. Now the heart of this car is its center driving system. We can change the look of this dash just by simply changing the display layout. So if you're looking more for a performance or track-oriented vehicle, you can change the layout such that it gives you your tachometer is your primary viewing, because miles an hour on a track are not going to be that important to you. You're really kind of worried about your RPMs. You can also control the RPMs and the gearing that you're in with these magnesium paddle shifters. You can go up and down with the gears depending on what you'd like. Along with this, you can choose any kind of information you would want, not just track oriented, but you can get fuel range, phone call lists, navigation, tire pressure, anything like that. It'll give you follow distance. A lot of this stuff is great if you're just driving around town, but if you're on a track, you don't want to be kind of looking down. One thing Cadillac has that a lot of fighter aircraft also have is what's called a heads-up display. Now, if you can see in the windshield, I can take this heads-up display, lower it and raise it, and I can give you the miles an hour, I can give you the RPMs, I can give you any kind of information you want to change it to you. You can even have your directions or anything. That really helps you in any kind of track or even day-to-day safety driving features, so you won't have to take your eyes off the road at any time. Now, a few little safety features, because this is a very luxurious car. It's not just a track-oriented car. This is really a grand touring car. You can really feel comfortable on the road all day long in this thing. Some of those safety features consist of keep lane assist. What keep lane assist is basically it's a system best used for the highway. If you start going out of your lane, the car is going to detect that and give you a small little nudge back in your lane. It's not too intrusive, and you can override it at any time. And if your blinkers are on, it's not going to affect your driving whatsoever. In this vehicle too, if we go over the settings, and I'll have you sit in the passenger seat if that's okay. One thing I'd like to show you is the Cadillac dynamic driving mode. Now, only two Cadillacs in the Cadillac lineup have this feature, the ATS-V and the CTS-V. The driving mode lets you change the dynamics of the car. And a lot of cars nowadays, you can put it in sport mode, touring mode, and rain mode, and you're kind of at the mercy of these modes that are preset. Well, with the Cadillac dynamic driving mode, you can change them one at a time. So if you want your sound or your suspension to be really comfortable for everyday driving, you can set it to tour mode, but you really want that aggressive engine sound, you can keep the engine at track mode and open up that exhaust while having a soft ride. And if the steering wheel, you want it, as firm as you can get it, you can put it track. It's gonna stiffen up quite a bit, or you can have it touring. It's really kind of up to you. That's one of the cool things about this car is you can really turn it into either an everyday driving car, or you can turn it into a full-on track car. Now, speaking of luxurious features too, you also don't even have to close your own cup holder for you. The vehicle is gonna do that. And around here, you also have a little hidden storage space. Now, this hidden storage space has the capability of charging your wireless device. It doesn't have to do with any kind of cords. It is wireless. It just depends on what kind of product you carry in your pocket. Now, for the inside of the Cadillac CTS-V, as shown before too, everything's going to be suede or Alcantara and all leather. So everything around you is all wrapped in premium features and premium materials. All these premium materials are nice to look at and feel. But a good thing about them too is they're not just for looks. A part that goes with these windows that I showed you earlier is sound deadening. So leather really absorbs sound really well, and the leather on the doors are also going to help you, and they're backed with soundproofing on the door panels behind the doors as well. So that's really going to give you a nice quiet ride. My name is Trevor Trombley, and thank you for tuning in at Findlay Cadillac. Have a great day.